Today, we will talk about how to trap a rabbit. Let's have a look at the details. Rabbits, although often classified in the rodent family, are actually part of the Lagomorpha family and live in forests and meadows. Rabbits often find their way into people's yards, and because they are herbivores, they can become pests if they feast on vegetables in a garden. Whether you are trying to trap a rabbit because of a pest problem, or you are looking to hunt rabbits, there are several different ways to catch a rabbit that range from relatively harmless to potentially lethal. The first method is trapping a rabbit in a cage. Choose a rabbit trap. These live rabbit traps consist of a cage with a trigger plate forces the door of the trap closed. Once the rabbit triggers the plate, by entering into the cage, you can choose between 1-door or 2-door traps, but you'll want a trap that is 22 to 30 inches in length. Pick a location for your trap. Determine where you have the most rabbit activity and place a trap along that area. Rabbits don't often cross stretches of land, so avoid placing a trap in an area that would require the rabbit to be vulnerable. Rabbits are often in areas where they have cover and open land. Common areas rabbits are located are hedges, shrubs, trees, fence lines, tall grass, wooden brush piles, bushes, and tree lines. These are the locations you'll likely have the most success in catching a rabbit. Place bait and trap. Choose a bait that is likely to attract rabbits and place bait behind trigger plate. Set your trap. Check your trap often to see if you have caught a rabbit. If a rabbit is caught and you neglect your trap, the rabbit can quickly become malnourished. So you want to check the trap daily to prevent harming the rabbit. Be careful in handling the rabbit. If you have checked your trap and found a rabbit in it, be careful when removing the rabbit as it is probably scared and may bite you. The second method is creating a pit trap. Find a location. A pit trap is probably one of the simplest forms of trapping a rabbit, as it just requires using the natural habitat of a rabbit, but it is probably one of the least successful. Dig a hole. After you've found a good location for your pit, dig a hole that is deep enough that the rabbit won't be able to escape once it gets caught. Cover the hole with twigs and leaves. Place bait. After you have covered the hole adequately, you'll want to place bait on top of the hole to lure the rabbit in. You can use the same bait mentioned in the previous section, foods like vegetables and fruits. Check the trap regularly. Now that you've set the pit trap, the only thing left is to check it daily, and once you've caught a rabbit, you can relocate it or kill it for food. Fill the hole back in. Once you have caught the rabbit, fill the pit you created back in with dirt or foliage. And the third method is making and using a snare. Understand a snare. Before you compose a snare, it's important to know that this mechanism does more than just trap a rabbit. Look for signs of rabbits. Before you set a snare, you'll want to find a location that will give you the most success. Gather your materials. This specific type of snare is more advanced, so you may want to try a simple snare first. Create the noose. The length of the cord to create your noose needs to be about 18 to 24 inches long. Create your base trigger. Your trigger is composed of 2 sticks or pieces of wood that are carved out to fit together. Create your hook trigger. The hook trigger will be turned upside down and slid into the base trigger. Connect the noose. Connect the letter line. This line will be suspended from the engine connecting to the hook of the trigger. Test out the snare. If it seems to be working, you're good to go. Check your snare frequently. Once you have caught a rabbit, remove it and use as much of it as possible. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you like our videos.